What's up, fam? Short for family. Welcome to day 881 of Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. I'm your host, Ian Case, and let's stuff some paper in my face. You see, we can do this series for so long and yet still find some new rhymes. Also, I kind of avoid mirrors off general principle. I'm sure you could insinuate the backstory, but after psychologically teaching myself to ignore mirrors, this is the only mirror I have. And it's weird. I don't get to see how much sleep I've gotten because I don't have a very good way of tracking time when I sleep. So it's like, yeah, no, I haven't been getting enough. And yet I still do this stream for you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Finally, somebody overcomes the rebranding. I change everything and yet you still find me. That's what commitment is. How has it been? Holy shit, it's Brian. It's been a while. It is me, I think. Let's show viewer that I am still capable. Wait. And we've evolved. Our tact has changed. This is one of the best fluids to intake, not sponsored, thank you, but to intake paper with. It just kind of fuses with the paper. The slightly bitter and yet 0.02% sweetness flavor profile of the paper blends quite well with the taste ratio of this too. So it works quite well. Thank you very much. Let me score my day yesterday. What even happened yesterday? I don't know, man. It's been kind of I don't want to sound goofy, but it's been slump village recently. I've just been very deprived. I think just my schedule is it's not in a evil state, so my brain's not like prepared to deal with an evil collection of scenarios. But my schedule's just out of whack. You know, my mom's out of town. School is getting really bad. This weird debate cool down thing that I have to like be at where is it? Temecula at 8:30 in the fucking morning after a work shift, which normally goes until about 1. Are those magnums in the background? Yeah, we made a fun little collage. Every single one I found in my dad's garage, and they're very big, trust me. I got good genes, what can I say? But we put them up in the background. People thought they were just balloons. They called them the waffle balloon, and I'm like, oh, if you only knew what was inside. But don't judge a book by its cover, you know? Can we see what? The condoms? I'm not going to ruin our best decoration right next to our family pictures from when we were kids, which is very appropriate. Also, hello, Steve Lucas. You're new here. I don't think I've seen you here before. You got one of those very interesting profile pictures that I can't see because it's probably like 2 millimeters on my computer screen right now. But a man's profile picture determines the content of his or her character. So I am ENW. Hello. It is the new Gen Z way of saying new. So what's up, newbie? Nice to see you. Oh, let's put our score of the day. Also, for those of you who are new here, looking at someone in particular who will not be named, we do a system where we score not today. We used to do the thing where how's your day so far, and we score it out of 10, with 5 being the average score, rounded up or down to the nearest 10th place. But we, in fact, score yesterday. So how was the entirety of yesterday? Because I realized psychologically, if we get people to score their day in overwhelmingly good or more commonly overwhelmingly bad, because I have an audience of pessimists, people will naturally gravitate towards having a bad day for the rest of their day. I realize a lot of what makes our day is self-fulfilling prophecies and mindsets. And so I don't want to reinforce a negative mindset, although it could happen in the opposite direction for positive days. But I also like the responsibility of deciding someone's day based off an arbitrary scaling system. That's just too much responsibility for me to bear. So I am giving up voluntarily this great power and asking for people to instead score their day for yesterday. So yesterday was a 4.1. Again, we're improving from the 3.6, I believe, of the day before. But I mean, I'm trying to get enough sleep. I'm going to sleep at 10 every night, but I just can't go to sleep. It's just my brain won't let me. So I don't know. Maybe I should take some pills or something. But there's just general unrest in my schedule. So I mean, like, what can I say? I'm going to war with people about the movie Sinners because that movie is very overrated. Don't know what the big hullabaloo is about. It kind of shocks me sometimes, especially when the general public accepted Mickey 17 and made me go, okay, a lot of movies that are the very best are greatly accepted by the public as the best, but it's crazy to me what really important aspects of filmmaking that makes a movie good or bad, at least for me, can fly under the radar of many, many people. Because if writing is bad, but the general spectacle of a movie people can appreciate. It's interesting. A lot of people just turn their brains off and go, "Oh, that is the thing that I'm expecting for Mickey 17. Oh, look, there's two of him. How goofy." And then quit the Coca-Cola. Hey, listen, gargler, all right? This for one contains lots of corn syrup. Corn has enough fiber to sustain someone's bones in an unbreakable state, even undergoing very intensive physical activities like soccer. Corn, lots of fiber. And this, as a matter of fact, contains syrup from corn. So, again, I know you guys make a big deal out of the sugar, which is there, but check this out. What's the number one ingredient? Carbonated water. You know how much hydration that offers? Probably quite a bit. No, it's okay. I forgive you, Mr. Gargler. It's just when people come in here, you're dealing with a team of scientists. I'm not a scientist, but this stream allows for me to work with a very educated team of scientists who aren't on stream. They're very camera shy, but they do lots of research and they analyze my body and stuff like that. Oh, another thing, one thing that might be making this a little more difficult is when I was shaving, hair gets itchy. So I was shaving like the hair off this part. And immediately after that happened, the night after, it was not a bruising. I mean, it was a bruising feeling, but if I press like deeply on here, there's no bruise. But whenever I'm like a shirt is like applying mild pressure to my stomach, I feel like on the layer of my skin, like this weird bruising feeling. It's actual pain. That's not normal, is it? I've never heard someone describe pain like that. So this has been continuing for about, I think, 4 or 5 days. And it has not stopped. So I'm very curious as to what the hell this is. And it's not just, I didn't even shave this like here, but like the back of my body hurts too. Maybe I'm not doing enough stretches. I don't know. But yeah, it's like the front and the back here just start aching. Like there's an ache like here, but not like deep in my muscles. It's not like a muscle thing or a stomach thing. Like I don't feel it down here, but I don't know. It's weird. Terry Hall says, thank you, Mr. Scientist Paper Eater. Again, I am not a scientist. I just work with 35 scientists. Actually, one of those guys has cancer, so I think he's going to be gone in the next year or so. 34 scientists that are sure to stick around and do consistent research. Take some lean. A scientist once told me to not do that. Am I a swimmer? I used to be back in the day. I'm sure I got the hair of a swimmer. I factory reset my hair by soaking it in sink water this morning. But no, I'm not a swimmer. Haven't swam in years. Are abdominal pains common amongst swimmers? Because if so, perhaps I'm sleep swimming. It's like sleepwalking, but instead of walking, I go over to my car and drive down to the rec center and swim while in my sleep, which sounds dangerous. I could easily drown. But no, I don't swim. I have no idea what the hell happened. I'm trying to think of anything in my life that like I've been consistently eating paper for 882 days. So it can't be that. But I do remember I got a Henson razor, which is a very good razor blade, but I had used it to shave my face multiple times, and it was kind of approaching that particular end of its lifespan, that specific razor blade, by the way. So yes, I was. And again, I'm very open about this. A lot of people might consider this embarrassing. However, I just have a weird tactile problem. Sometimes the hair gets a little too hairy, and the hair quite literally stabs me. Like when I'm sleeping, I'm a side sleeper. So my pecs will like fold in, and the hair right here will stab me. So it's like, I got to keep it clear. We got to mow the lawn every once in a while, so to speak. But the problem with this is there's weird metrics to shaving, especially with razor blades that, I don't know. It entails some weird problems. Although I don't shave my back. My back has like no hair on it. If you didn't notice, I'm not the hairiest person ever. But this pain is in my back too, and it appears to be in my muscles, like, but not deep in my muscles. It's like, the upper layer of skin, right? It's like the pain is not intense, by the way. It's just consistent and really annoying because like doing this, that hurts, but doing this doesn't hurt. So it's clearly not deep in my body. It's like in my skin, like the upper layer of skin, which I'm like, this all started the last time I, shaved all the stuff off. I mowed the lawn, so to speak. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's probably the food you eat. Yeah, whatever, man, whatever. That's what they all say, all right? Just know I intake a regular supplementary of fiber as well as corn syrup. Also, it suddenly popped up and is consistent the last 5 days. Since the shave, I've been consistently eating paper for, let's count them, 882 days. So unless my paper has changed significantly in the last 5 days, which it has not. This is the exact same type of shit. Something is happening outside of that, unless delayed effect, 876 days too late. But I don't know, given the consistency of my intake and the fact that this is not a stomach issue, like the main part that this would affect would be the inners of my stomach. This part feels no pain. It's when we cross up here. It's like this little midsection. It's like from here down to here. That's where the weird, kind of like pain is. It's weird. I don't know what that is. I know paper gets bleached. Not this paper. This paper's from Staples, and they have a particular non-toxic process where no chemicals are in there. However, if you're not careful about paper, for one, receipt paper contains chemicals that'll make your liver stop working. However, stuff involving this paper, specifically Staples paper, yes, for the most part, non-toxic. There are some batches where bleaching is involved. However, it's very minimal. And Mayo Clinic published a study where they estimated in a hypothetical thought experiment, a amount of paper containing enough chemicals to have a significant effect on the body leading to death would be 1,111, which is double Siamese twins type number, in one sitting, aka one day, right? One meal. So exactly. So I mean, this is partly for science to see if we're kind of if the long-term intake will have a significant effect. So far, it's not. It's just kind of passing through the body. I talked to Dr. Rathbun, and he said there was no significant effect noticed. Now, if I do die, we will. But also, one more thing. There is a bit of a study done, specifically not on toilet paper or napkins. With toilet paper and napkins, those break apart and all of the shit that's in there comes out. There's no bleach in those, but it's just way more gross. This stuff maintains its consistency. In fact, we have used tweezers to poke through my shit, which I haven't done in years, but of course I had to. I was curious. And what we found is that the paper is in nearly the exact same state it was when it came in. So it seems like this is just an object that passes through. Now, on a tiny molecular level, there could be chemicals within the paper being released into my body. Who knows what that entails? So, But I mean, I think knowing just kind of how this works and seeing the chronology of events, I would find it somewhat unlikely if this was leading to this weird pain. It's like on the surface of my skin. It's not in my stomach. Again, I know science is more complex than that. Yeah, it could be the razor. That razor blade was way overused. As a matter of fact, there could have been rust on it. So maybe I made teeny tiny little cuts in my skin and rust got into it and I'm giving myself fucking rust poisoning. Let's actually look up rust poisoning. Rust poisoning name. It's not a recognized medical condition. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Tetanus. Huh. Okay, so it says cause. Yeah, what are the symptoms then? They're literally giving me every piece of information about the chemicals involved. They're telling me everything except for the symptoms. Come on, guys. I don't think there's any rust on there, but I mean, that is the only thing I can think of. So sometimes I just have random pains, and also I have improved my diet recently. I'm eating protein every morning. If if anyone's concerned about that, but rust isn't toxic. Tetanus is found in soil. Okay, wait. Then what the hell did I? Okay, well it says tetanus is often associated with rust. Well, it says tetanus in parentheses lockjaw symptoms and causes. Okay, tetanus is a bacterial infection. It's a serious condition. It causes muscle spasms and paralysis. If I suspect, okay, well, tell me if I suspect I have tetanus, but what are the damn symptoms? Okay, well, let's try a different Google search here. I wish we were using OBS. Breathing difficulty and throat swelling, asphyxia, chemical pneumonitis, inflammation of the lung. I'm not experiencing any of that. Nothing about skin pains or a weird, hard to pin down, like weird, like, again, I'm applying pressure right here. That doesn't hurt at all. But when I do this, like when like my shirt moves around on my skin, like that hurts. And again, it looks quite normal, right? It's not purple or discolored or anything like that, right? So You tell me what the hell's going on here. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's possible that the blade was dull and maybe I slightly I made a bunch of teeny tiny little cuts all the way through. There are so many shirtless videos out there of me, Ian. Just go look it up and wank off alone in your room right there to one of them, man. Also, that's like a Caden tier thing. Bro took his shirt halfway off. Let me see them nips. I'm like, okay, we're back to middle school now. But yeah, no, I think I mean, again, there's so many shirtless again, here. I took the shirt halfway off one time, so if I take it halfway off a second time, then that'll be the equivalent. There you go. Hope you're happy. There's so many shirtless videos. I don't want to become a prostitute. I'm gonna have to give my Venmo. By the way, my Venmo, I changed it. It's no longer ass nipple. It's at unexpected music. Not satisfied. That's right. I'm such a tease. You're gonna have to find other videos. Also, you are like 13, so yeah. Thanks for trying to bait me into getting a case. Nice try, mofo. Again, if the nips get shown, then my cover is blown, and then when my cover is blown, into the Supreme Court I go. He's 12 and a half. He's going to be actually no, that was the last time we talked about it you said you were 12 and a half, but that was a while ago. So I think you're 12 and 3/4. So, yeah, you're going to be 13 soon. Young man, you're too young to be seeing a 22-year-old man's nipples, all right? So, get the hell out of here. Let's ask a more appropriate question. Ian, what's your favorite color? And also, if you could poop in one color, what would it be? Answer an extreme specificity to the color. Don't just answer green, go bile green or maybe lime green. Anyways, I think the next Rathbun appointment's in a little bit. I suspect in about a week. Also, one more thing. I keep catching allergies, so I'm undergoing a very mild new strain of allergy. But every new allergy, it's like rolling dice. You don't know which thing you're going to get. It's like playing Monopoly. All right, sometimes you get go and collect 200, and sometimes you get luxury tax. And I think I landed on the luxury tax because this is a very mild allergy. I've gotten a little more sniffly. I've been sneezing about 2% more than usual, and then at the same time, these weird skin pains on the surface of my skin popped up, which is a very unusual symptom, a sore thumb symptom, you could say. So, not exactly sure what this is. I don't think I'm gonna die or else we'd see a more severe symptom. These are just mild, annoying pains. So, when like a week passes, we'll investigate, we'll come back, and we'll see if the pains still are happening, and we'll play the waiting game. That's a lot of what medical science is. Minion poop, huh? I mean, I've heard that one many times before, but I will say lemony, vibrant yellow. I do appreciate. I feel like, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, poop is gross in many colors, like red poop. Yeah, there's a crazy medical insinuation there. Brown poop, ugh, don't even get me started. Green poop, yeah, call the coroner. But I feel like neon yellow poop. I mean that to me just that's a weird cognitive dissonance. I mean, poop is obviously not supposed to be that color, but if it was that color, it's somewhat appealing. It's almost brandable in a way. Oh, thank you, Bathtub X Toaster. I appreciate the appreciation of the new profile pic. I'm trying to kind of appeal to families more. I want to become a family entertainer. My roots are appealing to edgy teenagers, but I've cleaned up and I'm trying to create a healthier, happier image. And that's kind of what the rebranding of the channel is. If I could I would customize the shape and the smell and the color as well. So my personal color would be kind of a more mild turquoise, not like neon bright turquoise, but kind of more of a dimmer, darker turquoise, like a kind of more dark green mixed with blue. And then if I were to put it in a particular shape, I would put it in a little cross shape so that when it comes out, it's like I pooped Jesus. And then also smell, it would probably smell like a strawberry Laffy Taffy. But again, I'm getting too indulgent with my answers. I'm getting too wishful with my thinking. But that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, again, preteens want to rebel and they want to say, "Screw you, mom. I'm not going to do my homework," and "Screw you, mom. I am going to cheat at the game of life." But I feel like, for one, I'm gonna try and be the kind of guy to rope people in with a cool, badass image, but then tell the kids, you know what? Listening to your mom is cool. unless you really, really, really want to be funny. You can make exceptions. Again, I'm going to advocate for exception cases. Sometimes, if it's really funny, upset your mom, but otherwise don't, because that's bad. All right. I think all the medical concerns are out of the way. Yeah, we have a very high volume of medical concerns today, mainly just because I'm weirded out about this weird like skin thing. Again, it does not hurt when I do this, when I like apply lots of pressure. I mean, it hurts a little bit, but it hurts more when I do this. Like the pain's like mild here, but that's because I'm like applying specific, like very, very intense pressure. So it's like pinching yourself. Like, obviously, it's gonna hurt, but yeah, it's just on the surface of my skin. It's not inside. It's not underneath that layer. That's just so bloody weird. Tell me if you have a friend or family member or a deceased grandpa who had symptoms like that and then died of sepsis. Ooh, let's look up sepsis. Sepsis symptoms. What even is sepsis? Sweating for no reason. Not happening. Confusion, rash, lightheadedness. Oh, trust me, that shit's every other day with me. But yeah, confusion, or just being confused about something. Sure. I'm guessing this is like shivering. Yeah, that's interesting. Blood infection. That's what that is. Okay, cool. Yeah, nothing about your skin feeling. I don't even know how to describe this pain in words. Abdominal skin pain after C-section or during pregnancy. This is becoming more and more relatable by the hour. Complications from surgical procedures. Yeah, but abdominal walls are the ones inside. I'm feeling this shit specifically on the outside, man. Pain that is localized or yeah, it's only like it's not here. This doesn't hurt here. It starts hurt like right here. Right here is the top, and then right here is the bottom. So like from here to here. The more I think about it, the more I feel it, and it's really annoying. All I got to do is buy a truck, and then my life will be solved. My problems will be solved, and my life will be a breeze. I feel like a Tesla is like a little too light. It's like 30 pounds. So if I try to run myself over with that, for one, it'll stop itself because it's a robot. But two, I'll just get a mild bruise. That's what this feels like. It feels like a bruise on the surface of my skin. It's like bruising. It's weird. It's almost like eating 800. Yeah, again, but we work with a team of scientists and researchers, Grace, and we have concluded that I've been consistently doing this, and unless it's some delayed effect, but understanding that this is on like the surface of my skin. It's not within my stomach. So if we're thinking about this scientifically, there is nothing here that indicates that there is a correlation with the paper. Now, if there is, I have stopped the series multiple times because of a misunderstanding. I had respiratory problems, and we thought that the paper was doing something, but we actually did a deep dive, and it was not. It was just psychosomatic asthma, which had nothing to do with the paper, So I know this sounds bad, but trust me, like a lot of people don't go to the doctor. Everybody has a bunch of medical complications that happens. Also mental complications too. I will say this is probably going to win me the award of most concerning stream of all time. I hope this one doesn't get algorithmically recommended. But yeah, for a while, this has not been too much of a concern. It's just that this is a weird period where it's a very odd symptom. I got to do something for day 1000. Yeah, the plan is to end the series. Like we got to get it up there, and once it's done, we're just going to do normal Twitch streams probably. But yeah, I'll prepare something. I have like 200 or 120 days to figure something out. I will. Hey, YouTube, if you're listening, don't recommend this one, all right? Because people already get concerned about my health unnecessarily without me just exploring a random symptom that popped up, right? And then people immediately jump to conclusions, which, again, I mean, it could happen. This could be because of the paper, and if it is, then, I mean, whatever. But tons of stuff happens for many different reasons. Nausea, allergies, diarrhea episodes. That was popular during the beginning of this year. What do I do when I'm not eating paper? I work with a jazz band. I'm a jazz band leader. We're doing a busk kind of near Solana Beach Farmers Market this Sunday. We do gigs at Jazzy Wishbone. Also, we have a main channel, Good Content. Go down there where we post hopefully content that's better than this. This is kind of a side hustle, you know. This is for science. This is not for entertainment. But yeah, that's what I'll do when I'm not eating paper. Also, I work with Toastmasters now. I'm about to go through a bit of a delegation meeting with the current president of the club, and he's going to make me the new president. Not sure why he chose me, but I cannot wait to fuck up this term and to be irresponsible. I'll try my best, obviously, to not set anything on fire. But again, he told me that this would be part of my learning curve because it's low stakes. So if everything burns down, it doesn't really matter. It's just Toastmasters, so you know. Okay, wait. This, ladies and also gentlemen, is the last piece. And what a coincidence, because this is the last little bit of Coke. As you can tell, I live a healthy lifestyle. And 3, 2, 1, we are about to be done. Now, I wanted to thank everybody for coming over here. And yes, when we're going down the slope of a very risky and unconventional endeavor, such as the legendary series Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day, it's inevitable that when a random health symptom pops up, there can be lots of concern. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you've noticed this, am a little bit concerned myself. I'm not aloof to medical complications. So I will get this investigated. And if this weird pain, not in my stomach, but like right here in my abdomen, not in my abdomen, like on the surface of my skin, which feels like weird bruising, even though, as you can see, there is no actual bruising here. If this continues, we will take the necessary measures, as I've done in the past. This series was not started 880-something days ago. It was started about, I believe, 6 years ago in 2019, and that's because we've stopped the series many times. My legal cheat, so I'm not accused of false advertising or sued for $15,000, is the series never says consecutive. So, yeah, I admit I can look like a little bit of a fool whenever I'm doing this, but I mean, it comes with a package. I chose to do this series, and so we've had this happen, like, I think 3 times already throughout the history of the series where something pops up and people are like, bro, I told you you were going to get liver cancer, toenail cancer, and or ass sepsis from eating paper. And we actually look into it, and medically it has literally nothing to do with the paper eating. It's happened 3 times. This could be the time that all of that bleach eating has caught up to me. But as far as we're concerned, nothing's happened yet. So I don't want to preemptively stop before day 1000, of course. But yeah, it's been 5 days with this very strange pain in my back as well, at around the same area. So it's this little area, it's this little ring around my body that hurts. Not below or above. Like, my actual stomach is fine. So I don't know. It's a very weird symptom to describe. So I'm doing my best here. Okay. Thank you very much for watching day 882. Thank you to Grace, the naysayer, Bathtub X Toaster, and all of you who are concerned about my health. Thank you. If I die, make sure to donate to my Venmo. It'll help my parents pay for the funeral and whatnot. Thank you to Terry Hall, Ian30, Peter P. Gargler, who gets the Best Name Award. It's Leo, and of course, Steve Lucas. Lots of first, last names. Very formal, you guys. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1. All right, sweet. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much.